Hey guys, Lee Michelle, Resistance Chicks coming at you March 7th, 2017.
Are you feeling safe?
No.
Are you feeling safe?
No.
Are you feeling like maybe
Go ahead.
everyone's watching you, or?
I feel like everyone's watching me because we're recording, but I also feel like everybody's watching and listening because we have a smart TV, we have a laptop in front of us, we have cell phones, everybody knows exactly what we're doing, and a lot of you guys have expressed, what if, you and Michelle, you guys say some crazy stuff, aren't you worried about your life? Well, guess what? There's bigger fish to fry than Leah and Michelle, Resistance Chicks. So no, and we have God, so we're not worried, but I want Leah to bring you right to this Jason Chaffetz interview because it is so important what he says. This is coming straight from the horse's mouth. If anybody knows this stuff.
Well, we're going back to Donald Trump and his tweets, okay?
Yes.
And everybody got stuck in this FISA order thing, this FISA order. Mm-hmm. And he says, this is his Facebook page, he says, a FISA order for a wiretap is not the only way to surveil someone.
Right.
Stingray devices, which are widely used in the federal government, can look at the content of your communications and track your location. Even the IRS owns these machines. These are other tools at the disposal of the federal government that have been used to surveil people. And he has introduced legislation to address the abuse of geolocation and Stingray devices.
Okay, so let's start with that. When all of this bubbled up over the weekend with the president's tweets, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer wound up saying, listen, we're not going to comment anymore. We're going to let Congress investigate and let this go where it will. Are you going to investigate the potential FISA orders, the claims of wiretapping?
Yes. The House Intelligence Committee, led by Devin Nunes, will lead that charge. He, for more than a year, has been talking about the fact that Russia has been doing all sorts of things to look into the United States. And now, on the other end of the spectrum, you've got the president saying, well, maybe it was President Obama that was doing these types of wiretapping. And so the Intelligence Committee is set up to deal with that and to dive into it, and they're going to do that.
So the president,
I want to pause it right there because I think that this interview happened before the WikiLeaks release this afternoon. And so where I want to put a correlation there is that now we know that the CIA had and has the capability to make it look like Russia is the one that hacked the election or whatever they were,
And I have absolutely no confidence anymore in our intelligence communities to surveil themselves. Somebody else has got to step in. I don't know who, I don't know how.
Right. No, it's absolutely. So I just wanted to pause it there because he doesn't say that here, but I think maybe he kind of had it almost sounds like he knew when he said that. So, thank you.
That the White House or anybody that was a White House official, including the president, ever surveilled a U.S. citizen. But the FISA order option, it's completely legal if it was undertaken by someone in the FBI, the DOJ. Can Congress get its hands on FISA orders?
I do believe that the Intel Committee can do that, but I'm here to tell you, having done investigations and issued reports on this, that's not the only tool at the disposal of the federal government to surveil people.
It seems like
there are other ways to do it without having to get a FISA order. There are Stingrays that we have done, we did a report about, that are widely used in the federal government to find people's geolocation, and those same machines can also look at the content of your communications. Even the IRS has these machines, and so I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know that what I just said has any tie to what the president's saying whatsoever. But does the federal government track Americans? They do. Have they done it without court orders? Yes, they do. And I've got evidence and proof that does happen. Now, is that tied directly to Donald Trump and the campaign? I don't know.
Well, it's interesting you bring up the Stingray. So for people who don't know, that's a device that can be aimed at trying to gather information on somebody that may be allegedly guilty of something, but it can collect all kinds of innocent people in it as well.
Yes.
And law enforcement agencies don't have to use a warrant for that. They also don't have to disclose that they're using it. And it's really tough to find out who's even using it in the first place, whether you're spying on a Donald Trump or on a Jason Chaffetz. I mean, this is technology that is used every day.
The government is capturing facial profiles and building a massive database of innocent Americans and their facial profiles.
What can you do in Congress to stop this?
Well, we've been trying to expose it. I mean, we did a lot over the last 2 years to expose how these things work. And again, I'm not here to suggest that this is directly tied to Donald Trump or has any relationship, but I'm also here to say that the simple answer is not just a FISA order. There are other ways and other tools at the disposal of the federal government that have been used in the past Have they been used nefariously? Look, I had more than 40 Secret Service agents dive into my federal records against the law, a violation of federal law, and that's the conclusion of the Inspector General. And yet almost nothing happened. I didn't hear President Obama or anybody else get upset about it. I didn't see anybody fired when I had 40 Secret Service agents going after me. What about the targeting of innocent Americans by the IRS? So the Obama administration has a notorious record of this. Again, I'm not here to draw a conclusion, but I'm saying, has it happened in the past? Yes, it has.
Yeah, and it should be nonpartisan in that all Americans should be concerned about that invasion of privacy. Now, we have a new Obamacare bill.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. Do you think the different factions will come together in the House, because you've got the Freedom Caucus, you've got the Republican Study Committee, very conservative folks who think this is just another entitlement. And I want to give you a chance to respond to comments, too, that you made on CNN about people making a choice between buying an iPhone and buying health care. And you said people are going to have to make sacrifices. Some folks didn't like the way that came out, and suggesting that some people, especially those who are in the lower income brackets, are going to have to give up things in order to make sure they're covered.
Well, what we're trying to say, and maybe I didn't say it as smoothly as I possibly could, but people need to make a conscious choice. And I believe in self-reliance, and they're going to have to make those decisions. We want people to have access to an affordable healthcare product. If they have a pre-existing condition, if they are healthy, it is smart to go do it. What I don't like is the individual mandate to force people to do that. As an American, you got to make choices. So sometimes you got to make some decisions in your life and where to make those investments in your health care. Maybe a health savings account, which this plan that was introduced is very heavy on.
Really,
those are the types of things that you need to make a choice and a decision in your life. And as an adult, you get to make those decisions and live by those consequences.
Those darn phones are expensive. So are shoes.
Well, look, we want them to have their communication equipment too, but it is frustrating when you.
Well,
have
you're all about
somebody...
choice, and that's what's different with this plan is that, and we all have to make decisions and be responsible. All right, Congressman, good to see you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
I thought I'd go ahead and play that to the end there, just so you can kind of get an idea. With Obamacare, they came out with the second kind of repeal and replace thing. I don't know if I'm going to cover that right now, but I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't think it covers enough. So that's Jason Chaffetz. Yes, the government is spying on you and everything.
And yes, they don't need a FISA order to do it. All right, you guys. This is Leah Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it's not a conspiracy theory. You guys, I have to just take a minute and tell you, I am disturbed by all of this, but inside, I'm just jumping up and down. I cannot even tell you. The fact that all this stuff that we've been suspecting, and everybody always says, and maybe you don't quite understand our slogan, it's not a conspiracy theory if it's the truth, because a conspiracy theory can be found to be true, but then it's not a theory anymore, it's just truth, all right? And so all this stuff that's been a conspiracy theory, okay, because sometimes a theory can be proven true, is now being proven true. So all the things that everybody's been saying, all of the intelligent people that have been doing this research, Leah and other people like her.
Way more intelligent people than me.
Well, I'm just saying, she's too humble. All of this stuff is really coming to light, and it's really exciting to see, and scary. But I don't think it's scary now that we know the truth, because they're going to go after them.
Mama Peanut says that they have a pedophile ring. Way to hack
into the pedophiles. So sometimes technology is not a bad thing. But when technology is making it so that pedophilia is running rampant, then by all means use that technology against them to take them down. Yep. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring the bell for notifications so you get more videos just like this one, and find us on Facebook where we can interact with you guys there on a daily basis. Thank you for all the links and videos that you guys have been sending. You guys are fantastic. We love you. We'll see you back here in a minute.
I was cold.